Hey guys, Nick here. It's Saturday evening. I don't know if I recorded a journal. But yeah, we had a good day. I'm recording. I just realized how many obnoxious amount of journals I'm recording. 2 a day is crazy. 7 days a weekish. So I just finished the weekly reflection. Everything on the business. Yeah, man, the time's coming, man. I believe, basically almost exactly a month from now is where shit's gonna kind of hit the fan, you know? That doesn't serve me, like what Kai said before. That it doesn't serve me, but that's like the deadline where I need to make things work, or else my plan kind of starts changing, which is not desirable. I don't want to get a job or do whatever, but that's the deadline essentially. I think this week, just got to get a little bit more clear. I already know what I want. I already know what I need to do roughly to get there. I just got to make it more tight, more specific. So more about the short term, if anything, because it matters. Eventually it won't, hopefully. When I'm moved out, bro, and I'm doing strike and I'm working on this drumming shit and everything's fine, it's gonna be so much better. It's gonna be so much healthier. It's so much like basically what the life Owen's living. Which Owen's not superior in any way, don't get me wrong, but he's pursuing a long-term goal and he's working on it every day, and that's just incredible. I think anyone should do that. That's what Kai's doing, probably. That's what fucking Charlie's. That's what all these people are doing. So they're gonna change. But for now, I need to get more clear on the short term, because it matters a lot, because it'll set me up later. For example, something would be exactly how much money I need to move out. I still haven't gotten clear on that. I just assumed. I know for a fact, if I make 6K, bro, I'm gonna be able to do it for a long time. But at the same time, I need to get clear if I need 6K or if I only really need 2K, or whatever. It's just shit like that. Or for example, another thing to get clear on in the short term would be if I want to pursue strike, how much extra liability would that be, time and money, all this shit, because the more you don't know, the more your brain just creates stories, and the more you just fuck yourself over, the more you just kind of get in your own way, you could say. So I think that would be something that would be in my best interest, is that this week I should just get a little bit more clear on not the goal, because I know what I need to do, but what Kai taught me and what Kai learned from Elon Musk was just getting more clear on what needs to happen specifically to get there, step by step. And it's a bit, obviously, I mentioned 1,000 times, it's a bit more nuanced because of the short term. There's all these external conditions that come to play, and I want to avoid some because it's my preference and it's better for the goal. And so it's figuring out all that stuff. I already kind of figured it out, but again, it's a spectrum. It's not binary. I've figured it out, but not to the extent where I should, because I'm still having these anxious moments, bro. Give me a second. For example, in my business, I'm still pretty unsure of if the amount of outreach I'm doing and the things I'm doing right now is the rate that I need to be doing to achieve the goal. Stuff like that. That's how this stuff, that's how all the little shit I haven't made clear, that's how it all compounds into this overarching thing. Okay, I'm doing 100 cold calls a day, I'm booking decently, but I know I won't be booking as much as this week because I'm not going to be calling locally. I'll be calling other states because volume. So it's okay, am I doing enough? Do I need to do more? or am I fine? Like that stuff matters, bro. 'Cause you need to, it's better to be mentally sound when you're putting in a bunch of work. Like there's no room for mental, you could say mental fuckery. There's no room for all this unknown and emotion to come up, and like all these irrational emotions because you don't know what's happening. Like I seriously reckon if I was a bit more clear on what was happening, I wouldn't have so much emotion. I would just do the work. That's a motorcycle. But like, to be honest, bro, like this week, in the middle of the week, not like after, this is the weekend. Tomorrow's gonna be Sunday. But like in the middle of the week where I was putting in all the work and seeing the results, like I didn't care, like dead ass. Like that's what it should feel like. Like I was just working all day and I felt good, and I literally like I didn't get tired. I didn't want to get distracted. Like I didn't want to do anything but the work because I knew like what was happening, how it was helping me. I had actual clarity, you know, on the basic shit. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. I know that probably sounds like I am, but yeah, getting more clear on that would help. So I mean, to put it very simply for my business, I can hit my goal one of two ways, or a combination of both, which is extracting money from my old clients and my current clients, or I can get new clients. But to hit the goal, to get new clients, to hit the goal, like I'm gonna have to hit another level in sales. I'm at the level where pretty much half of the calls, pretty much half of the pitches I'm doing, I'm collecting a deposit, which is a step in the right direction by a mile. Because in my opinion, in my belief, like from what I know about everything, is that to get any amount of money, but the jump from no money to some money is a bigger jump from a little bit of money to a lot of money. It's a bigger commitment difference because they're actually putting it in action, you know? So yeah, so it's gonna be another level though. So I'm getting them to get deposits on the phone, and to hit the goal to sign 1 to 2 clients and get them to pay high ticket on the call. They're obviously gonna have to do the same thing, but for a way bigger dollar amount, $1,000, $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other way I could hit it. And so the thing is, there's some things I can control, and to hit the goal, like I'm trying to be super, super, super pessimistic in terms of my predictions of the future, which should make it more guaranteed because I'll basically just be safer. And so I'm assuming that because like Kevin's the only guy who's had a high LTV so far, and Lino paid $450, don't get me wrong, but like in the grand scheme of things, these guys haven't paid much money. So the likelihood of them actually like getting the results and paying a lot of money eventually is probably slim, even if I do everything right. So I'm assuming that's happening. I'm assuming that, you know, I'll make anywhere from $0 more all the way up to like maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, you know, like maybe. You know, best case scenario, obviously, Thomas gets results, Lino gets results, Craig gets results, and they all pay me money. But, you know, that's not pessimistic. So if it happens, it happens, bro. But yeah. And so I figured out, okay, I gotta send clients, and that's gonna be quite daunting. But I'm making it daunting. It's not actually hard, but the only reason it's daunting is because over the past 3 months, I've only done 6 pitches on sales calls. So you can see how that works out. But so yeah, what I figured out is that to my business, I either need to, the 3 big things that are preventing me from getting that result like really safely and quickly and everything is volume, number one, and then it's the show rate, and then it's the sales conversion rate. That's pretty much it, those three things. And so I mapped out like what I could do for those three things. I know volume could help everything, but obviously I'm cold calling. I can't just do double, triple the amount of cold calls I'm doing, if that makes sense. So I gotta map this stuff out. But I kind of did. So for volume, I'm building a team with a new hiring process. The biggest constraint with that is getting hiring calls, which it's quite annoying when I had so much abundance of those calls and now I just can't seem to get them anymore. Maybe I just got to try something different for once for the hiring. Maybe the stimuli is bad. Who knows? But yeah, the goal is to like hire 4 appointment setters, like the ones I'm hiring right now that are good. So that's number one. To fix the show rate, I'm just gonna get a little bit more data. So like anywhere from half a week to a full week of data, because I'm booking around 15 to 20 appointments a month, or sorry, a week. 15 to 20 appointments a week, which is cool. Get a bit more data, make an actual official audit, and then I could send that audit to everyone, get multiple perspectives on it, and then make changes to it and have it improve, hopefully through testing. Hopefully it's the right info they give me. So that's the other thing. And the sales conversion rate, basically very simple shit. For sales, take more sales calls. And then the other thing is I could send my recordings to other people. That's what Owen did. And it worked out well. You get good feedback, you get quick feedback. And what Owen did, like he did it perfectly. He took a lot of sales calls. He sent them to people who knew how to sell. They gave him feedback. He applied it immediately. Owen did not give a fuck. He just dropped everything he was doing and kept doing different shit because it was better and better. And then eventually he started closing like crazy. And so doing that would be helpful too. And that's the stuff I could do. That's the stuff I could do. But I realized I got to do more volume. So there's this one other factor where I actually believe that I'm not doing enough for the goal. I do not believe 100 dials by myself will get me there. So building this team's gonna be important. And then also I'm definitely gonna have to break another limit here. I never thought I would, but I'm definitely gonna have to do that. Which means like I went from $20 a day to 50, and then I thought 50 was a lot, but eventually I got up to like 80, and then I thought 80 was a lot, and so then I got up to 100, which I've gotten 100 consistently now for like the past week, so basically no time. And now I gotta break the limit again. I believe I'm gonna have to do like 130, maybe 150 maximum, bro. I don't know if I can do more 150. That's pretty daunting right now, but I'll definitely probably do like 125, 130. We'll see how long it takes 150. I think 150 will be reasonable because in the afternoon a lot of people don't answer, so I think it'll be fine, honestly. But yeah, I think a new limit has to be broken. Hopefully it's not too stressful. But yeah, that's everything. And then other things, strikes coming up next Saturday. They have a summer clinic. The only reason I wouldn't be there is if a catastrophe happened. And so what I mean by catastrophe is like, let's say like one of my clients churns, and I'm gonna be in the red zone, bro. So I don't think I'll be there, to be honest. Or who knows? I have no idea. Maybe it could be good for stress levels and replenishment, but it also takes time. So I don't know, man. Pretty stressed, but we're gonna keep working. Work solves all problems. So yeah, we'll put in the work. Hopefully we can get some success here. If we make another 1K, then we'll be fine. And I also realized we're gonna get one more K in the end of this month if our payment comes through. Hopefully that does come through. from Square. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.